Eurostat has reported that Eurozone inflation climbed to 2.5% in January, exceeding forecasts and adding to economic uncertainty as fears of US tariffs pressured investor sentiment. Core inflation held steady at 2.7%, defying expectations of a decline, while energy prices surged to 1.8% after near zero growth in December. Croatia posted the highest inflation rate at 5%, while Ireland recorded the lowest at 1.5%. Despite the inflationary uptick, concerns over trade tensions with the United States are weighing on the euro, overshadowing expectations of a hawkish ECB response. Turkey's annual inflation rate dropped to 42.1% in January, marking its lowest level since June 2023 and continuing an 8-month decline. However, monthly inflation surged 5%, its highest rise in a year, driven by a minimum wage hike. Falling food, housing and electricity prices contributed to the annual slowdown, with core inflation also easing to 42.7%, a 2-year low. However, consumer confidence dipped slightly amid concerns over future financial conditions. Pakistan has signed an agreement with the Saudi Fund for Development to defer a $1.2 billion oil payment by 1 year. This move will help alleviate immediate fiscal pressures and strengthen Pakistan's foreign reserves ahead of an International Monetary Fund bailout review. The deal also includes $41 million for a water supply project benefiting 150,000 people in northwest Pakistan. Oil prices rose on Monday after US President Donald Trump imposed tariffs on Canada and China, raising fears of supply disruption, though gains were capped by concern over what could be an economically damaging trade war. Brent crude futures rose 1.7% to $76.95 a barrel after touching a high of $77.34. US West Texas Intermediate were up 2.6% at $74.42 after touching their highest since January 24 at $75.18. And gold prices erased early losses on Monday to remain close to record highs on safe haven demand, driven by growth and inflation concerns sparked by Trump's tariffs. Having initially slid more than 1% on a surging US dollar, spot gold recovered to be down 0.1% at $2,799.09 an ounce, while US gold futures lost 0.1% to $2,832, still trading at a premium spot rates. In the markets, world shares flagged in red during Monday's trading. The future for the S&P 500 fell 1.58%, and that for the Dow Jones Industrial declined 1.23%. In Europe, France's CAC 40 dipped 1.47%, Germany's DAX decreased 1.65%, and Britain's FTSE 100 dropped 1.36%. In Asia, Hong Kong's Hang Seng inched down 0.04%, Shanghai Composite inclined 0.06%, and in Tokyo, the Nikkei 225 index lessened 2.66%. Australia's S&P SAX 200 shrank 1.79%. Cryptocurrency prices slid on Monday, with Bitcoin at a 3-week low as the risk of a trade war spooked investors and caused a sell-off across financial markets. Bitcoin, the world's biggest cryptocurrency, hit a 3-week low of $91.441.89 overnight and stood at $95,730.35, down 6.2% on the day. Smaller cryptocurrency Ether has lost nearly 25% in value since Friday, marking its biggest 3-day loss since November 2022. It last fetched $2,592.14.